The Toyota Prius Plug-In Hybrid returns with 220 horsepower, up to 44 miles of EV range, and new dual-zone climate control across all 4 trims. Priced from roughly $35,275, it remains one of the most efficient plug-in hybrids sold in America. Here's how it stacks up. The headline number is still the reason most shoppers cross-shop this car. On the base SE trim, the Prius Plug-In Hybrid returns an EPA-estimated 52 miles per gallon combined once its battery is depleted, a figure that beats every other plug-in hybrid on sale and even edges out plenty of standard hybrids. Higher trims dip slightly to 48 miles per gallon combined due to added weight and larger wheels, but that's still excellent for a car this size. Because the gasoline engine is the same efficient Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder found in the standard Prius, drivers who forget to plug in for a week straight aren't punished with mediocre mileage the way they are in some rival plug-in hybrids. It's a rare plug-in hybrid that works just as well as a fuel-sipping commuter car as it does a short-range EV. A 13.6 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery gives the SE trim up to 44 miles of all-electric range, and even the heavier XSE, Nightshade, and XSE Premium trims manage 39 miles. That's enough for the overwhelming majority of daily commutes to happen entirely on electricity, with the gas engine reserved for longer trips or highway driving. Compared with most competing plug-in hybrids, which frequently top out in the 25 to 35 mile range, the Prius Plug-In Hybrid gives owners meaningfully more gas-free driving before the 4-cylinder ever has to wake up. For someone who charges nightly at home, this can mean going weeks between fill-ups. Plug-in hybrids have a reputation for being economical but sluggish, and the Prius Plug-In Hybrid breaks that stereotype. Toyota's 5th-generation hybrid system pairs the 2.0-liter engine with dual electric motor generators for a combined 220 horsepower, enough for an EPA-estimated 0 to 60 mile-per-hour sprint of about 6.6 seconds. That's noticeably quicker than the standard Prius hybrid, which needs around 7.2 seconds, and it's brisk enough to feel genuinely fun to drive rather than merely adequate. Instant electric torque off the line makes the plug-in model feel especially eager in stop-and-go traffic, where most commuters spend the bulk of their time anyway. Toyota doesn't require owners to install a home charging station to take advantage of the plug-in system. The Prius Plug-In Hybrid ships with a dual-voltage charging cable that works with a standard household outlet. And under ideal conditions, the battery can recharge in about 11 hours on 120-volt power. Faster Level 2 charging cuts that time down considerably for owners willing to install a dedicated unit, but the fact that it isn't a requirement lowers the barrier to entry considerably. Renters, apartment dwellers, and anyone without access to a garage-mounted charger can still take advantage of the plug-in hybrid system using nothing more than an extension cord and a wall outlet. This year's changes are modest, but they address one of the more common owner complaints. Dual-zone automatic climate control is now standard across every Prius plug-in hybrid trim, letting the driver and front passenger dial in their own temperature preferences instead of sharing a single zone as in previous model years. Toyota also adds a new inked black paint option, alongside the returning Cutting Edge, Guardian Gray, Reservoir Blue, Supersonic Red, and Wind Chill Pearl colors, plus the Nightshade trim's exclusive Karashi finish. None of this is groundbreaking, but dual-zone climate control in particular is the kind of quality-of-life upgrade that owners notice every single day, and it addresses one of the most frequently cited complaints from owners of the outgoing model year, who had to compromise on a single shared temperature setting regardless of what the passenger preferred. Every Prius plug-in hybrid sends its power exclusively to the front wheels, and Toyota doesn't offer all-wheel drive on any of the 4 trims. That's a notable gap, given that the standard non-plug-in Prius hybrid can be optioned with all-wheel drive for about $1,400. Buyers in snowy or mountainous regions who want the plug-in hybrid's added range and efficiency have to choose between electrified driving and foul-weather traction, since Toyota doesn't let them have both. Competing plug-in hybrids from other automakers increasingly offer all-wheel drive, making this omission feel more conspicuous than it might have a few years ago. It's a curious gap in Toyota's lineup logic. The automaker clearly has the engineering in place, since the standard hybrid's rear motor is a proven low-cost option, yet the plug-in variant simply isn't offered with it in any configuration, on any trim, at any price. Stepping up to the plug-in hybrid isn't cheap. Toyota charges roughly $5,000 more for the Prius plug-in hybrid than for the equivalent standard hybrid trim, and that gap holds fairly steady from the base SE all the way up to the XSE Premium. Buyers who don't have consistent access to home charging may never recoup that premium in fuel savings, since the plug-in hybrid's gas-only mileage is only modestly better than the standard hybrids. The math works out best for drivers with short, predictable commutes and a reliable place to plug in every night. For anyone else, the standard hybrid is the more sensible financial choice. The SE trim's 44-mile electric range and 52 miles per gallon combined rating look great on paper, but those are the best-case numbers. Move up to the XSE, Nightshade, or XSE Premium trims, and electric range drops to 39 miles, while combined fuel economy falls to 48 miles per gallon, a consequence of larger wheels, added weight, and extra equipment. That means the trims with the most desirable features, such as the larger touchscreen and premium audio, are also the least efficient versions of the car. Buyers chasing maximum efficiency are essentially locked into the sparsely equipped base trim, creating an awkward trade-off between comfort and the car's signature strength. Reviewers have consistently flagged the current Prius generation's cabin as a mixed bag. The oversized center touchscreen, standard on higher trims, has been criticized for blocking outward visibility and creating a busy dashboard layout, while the digital instrument cluster is often described as cluttered and awkwardly positioned relative to the steering wheel. Some finer climate controls from older Prius generations, like the ability to limit fan speed while driving solo, have also been lost in the redesign. It's a modern, tech-forward cabin, but not everyone finds it as user-friendly as the simpler layouts Toyota once offered. The Prius plug-in hybrid's sleek, aerodynamic silhouette comes at a practical cost. That sharply raked roofline eats into rear seat headroom, and taller passengers in the back may find themselves brushing the ceiling on longer trips. Overall cargo space at 20.3 cubic feet behind the rear seats is respectable for a compact liftback, but still trails larger hybrid sedans and hatchbacks in the segment. Families or buyers who regularly carry adult passengers in the back seat may want to test the rear accommodations in person before committing, since the swoopy styling that makes the Prius so efficient also makes it noticeably tighter than its footprint suggests.